Is my fan too loud? I can't believe my vape. Yes, I know, I just got myself restricted. Everybody's leaving. I have questions and shit. That's depressing. Everybody's like leaving me. So I just need to start running around in circles for people to join. I know what it is. I need to dance to JoJo's new song, Karma. Am I frozen? Someone say something. Everybody's leaving. Okay. My brain won't shut off. And I told myself I was going to go to bed tonight. That didn't happen. Yeah, I'm waiting for more people to join in. At least someone that can join my box. Yeah, I'll be lucky if I find someone to join my box this late at night. Oh, it's because of my vape. Nah, I'd rather ask someone while I'm in the box so I can actually have like a conversation with someone. Well, you go live and you hit your vape on there, and then you get a warning. I don't know what else you're asking, dear. Right. I don't get it either, dear. They didn't used to do that, but now they do. Is someone available to join my box at 3:24 in the morning? I'll share the live with a couple people. It's okay. It's alright. My brain won't shut off, but I'm tired. Yeah, maybe. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. Yeah, same here. I just wish someone in here would join my box so I can talk to them. I want to like have a conversation. Everybody's leaving. Probably not gonna get much of a conversation out of anyone tonight. Hello. I'm bored. Hey. You wanna join my box? Man, I've been trying to get everybody in my box. I don't even care who it is at this point. I just need to talk. My brain won't shut off. Doritos. That's nice. Calling Kelsey to the box. Kelsey to the box. Oh, why is it gonna be so stuffy in here? Oh, don't end my life. I did. I did see it. It's quite fun. Oh, I didn't know that, dear. I'm sorry. You get back to your grandma. I do apologize. My vape's almost out. I'm sorry, honey. I'm really sorry. If you ever need someone to talk to, you can always message me. Thank you. I knew exactly what you meant, dear. Hey, more people are joining, and it dropped as soon as I said that. Yeah, I could see that being an issue. I'm sorry. My vape's almost out. I'm not gonna be very happy if it completely dies. Cause I'm broker than a joke. You shouldn't have to take them down, dear. Just use them as a reminder. That's what I do. Because people can make videos on here all day long and perceive a relationship to be what it looks like on the internet, but no one truly knows what you're actually going through behind the screen. So I just save them as a reminder. That's just me, though. It's gonna hurt, but you'll find someone that treats you amazing. Yeah, honey. People just... It's just how it happens. I don't... I'm sorry. I know, definitely. may just end up making a video. It's so late, I doubt I'm gonna get anyone to join my box. Or at least someone that's actually knowing what they're talking about. All you have to have is 200 followers to join. I don't think you have more than that. Hold on, maybe. Wait a second. Yeah, you'll have to request me somewhere if you want to join. Seriously, no consideration. I hate people, I swear I do. Did y'all hear that bass? That was a car going by. It's so late for people to be playing music that loud. That is Cal snoring you hear in the background, yes. And he's in the front room. Yeah, he's a little upset with me. That's not what I need to talk about, but yeah, he's upset with me. I woke him up. I had something to say, and I didn't want to wait until morning. Oops. I talk about buying a vape tomorrow when he gets up after he goes to donate. And as much as I don't mind supplying the dog food and everything else like that, it's just, it'd be nice. He still lives here. He should be able to help out. He wants to put his wants in front of, his needs in front of wants that actually need to be taken care of, like items for the house. And he just wants to go buy a vape. Like, my vape's almost out. Hold up, I'll show y'all. But doesn't mean I'm gonna get to go buy a vape. I ain't got money to go buy a vape. Everything I have is in my change jar. And I'm saving that. And it ain't much. It ain't much. I know I at least have $2 in there. And a lot of change. He said that his priorities are straight. He just wants a vape. And I was like, that is not straight. There's no way your priorities are straight if you're putting a vape over household appliances. I get needing nicotine. I get it. You know. But when it comes to me, I literally spent my last $20 on stuff we needed for the house. And today he's deciding to go buy a vape instead of what we need. So yeah, it's kind of a little irritating. He wants to sit there and I find the stupidest shit to bitch about, but to me, in my opinion, that's not stupid. That's just my opinion, though. No. Whatever she wanted. Well, it's okay. He ran out of all of his snacks and decided to come ask me yesterday if he can have some of my Oreos because he ate all of his snacks and I still have mine. Good luck, Caitlin. I mean, unless you want to drag him out of here. That's the only thing I could say. He ain't going nowhere. I had to evict him. Yeah. Hopefully. I woke him up yesterday morning. So I woke him up at 8. And y'all know what time I went to bed. It was really late. I woke him up at 8. Because I didn't get to bed until like after 5. Yeah. I would if there wasn't another individual other than me that works here. I don't want to be rude or disrespectful to the other individual that works here. But I woke him up at 8. He literally threw a baby face. He was like, I'm not getting up. I was like, okay, great, whatever. Came back at 10. Woke him up again. He goes, I'm tired. Woke him up at 12. He's like, I'm not getting up. I said, if you don't get the fuck up. Like, I was getting pissed. Like, I was getting so fucking mad. I was like, he's like, you're being a bitch. Well, if I have to ask you 3 different times to get the fuck up when you're sleeping on my couch in my living room where other people sit, I'm going to start getting pissy. Call me a bitch or call me a cunt. I don't give a fuck. You're sitting on my couch, dude. By noon, you should be up. There ain't no reason unless you work, you should be sleeping that late. Just saying. I mean, unless you got some health issues and shit like that, but that's a different story. I get that. Hey, Summer. Kyle's single. He'll be everything you need and more. He'll be a mosquito you can't ever get rid of. Shit. Oh, I'm okay. I like the rainbow too, okay? I finally figured out the reason I never was really, in the most appropriate way to put it, sexualized by men. I have many times. Ain't nothing better than a Skittle. What are you guys doing to me? Shut up. I can't with you guys. God. Stop. Well, I'm glad I can help out a little bit. Hey, all you gotta do is look at me and you can start laughing. Hey. Man, I swear, if looks could kill. I'm not very nice, okay, guys? I am nice. I'm really shy in person. But Once I warm up, if I don't like you, you're gonna definitely know it. Kyle's like, why are you always in your room? Because I don't want you fucking here. He's like, you're trying to avoid me, damn right I am. You never talk to me. Well, I ain't got nothing to say. There's 55 people in here. Who wants to join my box? I really do got serious stuff I need to talk about. I just want someone to join my box. Yeah. Hey. Oops. I ain't worried about your fish tank, honey. I have an annoying person in the front room. I'll trade you. I bet you'd want your fish tank back. I'll trade you your fish tank for Kyle. I've been wanting a fish anyway, so I mean... I'm okay. You got a turtle? A turtle. Yeah. When the whole issue went down with Allie, they said legally I have to have 30 days to evict. Well, thank God she's been gone longer than 30 days. Now I just gotta get rid of the other one. And then I'll be good. He's snoring in my living room. I don't know. Around the 1st. Around that time. Carol, I just answered you, honey. Please don't spam. My views keep going 60, 59, 65, 58. So late. What's your question? Yeah, that's probably it. Quite a while. 18 I do believe. But you could probably get in here if you're like 16, 17. And you just don't have to say anything. Now, me personally, I'd rather it be 18 up because I do discuss a lot of adult stuff. You're good, dear. I do discuss a lot of adult stuff. So how old are you? Now that you're making me really curious of how old you are. I ain't gonna boot you as long as you're respectful. But I do have on my page that, you know, oh, you're old enough. You're an adult. It's all good. I ain't worried about it. You're spamming again, dear. Thank you. I don't feel pretty right now. I'm very bloated. I just need to get up and start dancing to JoJo's new song, Karma. Karma's a bitch. Woohoo. I almost fell. My heart rate has been like really wonky today. I don't like it. You look a mess. Shit. I don't think people can decide if they want to stay in my life or leave. They keep disappearing on me. It's okay. I don't know, my head itches. I don't know why though. I'm not trying to be mean, dear, but I'm good. I have a girlfriend. Probably sounded rude, but it wasn't meant to be that way. Just want to state that. It's an apartment. That's like how long my hair's gotten. My hair's gotten so long. I say that. Why do I have the urge to want to curl my hair at almost 4 in the morning? I know it's a bad idea. I need to go to bed. Man, get down. Yoga. That's nice. I remember those days. I just click TV off. I'm sorry, I'm so bored. My shoulder just randomly likes to just pop. Hold on, let's do this again. Oh, sorry. I fucked this shoulder up so many times that it just... One more time for good measure. One more time. One more time. Sorry. I'm losing my mind. I'm losing my mind. Opposite day. Yes. Sorry. Damn, I got some heavy feet. No wonder my best friend's telling me I'm lead-footed. That was my knee, not my shoulder. I don't know what to do. Probably should go to sleep. Good. Government's a bitch. I should've known better. Everybody hating on that song. That was a good song. So good it won't leave my mind. Sleeping. I should probably clean off my bed at some point. Oh, I knew I was forgetting something. Where did I put it? There it is. You sound like me. It's dark. Anybody want to tell me a story? I should really go to bed. My pant string scared the fuck out of me. I'm tucking these motherfuckers in. That scared me. judge me. Ew. Ain't nobody want me join my box. I'm bored. Hello. Brookie is now in lead C4. Sweet. I'm in C4. Whatever that is. I swear if you don't invite me over. You're like the only one that is talking to me in here. Out of everybody that is in here. Oh. Well, you lost me at eggs, but everything else sounds great. I don't like eggs. I never really have. Yeah, it's the first time I'm seeing you actually comment. In this live, anyway. Yes, I think so. Ooh, my favorite. I'm allergic to them. I have a sick sense of humor. I like to go to the store and tell people, I'll ask them what they like most about strawberries and what their favorite thing is, and they'll point it out and I'll act like I'm going to grab it. It's good. I'm bored. Someone please join my box. Whenever she's ready. No, you're a lot nicer than me, dear.
just 2 days ago I threw all Kyle's shit in the middle of the front room, so you're a lot nicer than me. So, no, that's not mean. I'm mean when I say I threw his shit in the front room. Threw. He wanted to throw a baby fit and walk out the door and say I didn't give a shit about him. I showed how much I didn't really care. I threw all this shit out of my room. Figure it out on your own, buddy. Not my issue anymore. Now my chin's all red. Ooh. I seriously wish someone would join my box and talk to me. I'm just going to start calling random people in my contacts and waking them up. I need someone to talk to. Oh. Alright, let's play a game. How about we all start talking, or I just kick out accounts that are not even talking. Because it's really annoying that I have only one person out of 46 people in here talking. Hold up, is that who I thought I just joined? Go, where'd you go? You still watching after you just ghosted me so long ago? Katie, will you join my box? I'm trying to get someone. Yes, you can join my box. I have been seriously waiting for someone to join my box. Girl, ain't my place to judge. You should hear what I sound like when I'm sick. I sound like a dying horse. Confessions that we gathered from legendary athletes who appeared on Great Sports Legends. And what do you know that in the sport of basketball, Great Sports Legends gives them 3 NBA rings who first started their careers in the NBA. Well, first of all, I can't trust them. She disappeared. He is. Try again and see if it works. It may be because... Can y'all hear me now? Can you hear me now? I'm gonna be like that phone commercial. Can you hear me? Huh?
I wasn't talking to you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, now I can.
Finally. I ain't worried about your fist tank, but girl, it sounds like someone's pissing.
I fucking told you.
It literally sounds like someone's taking the longest piss in history.
I spent over $200 on that tank.
Dang.
Just for a turtle. I've had him for 2 years now.
Oh wow. What kind of turtle do you have?
An African side neck turtle.
Oh.
So like when he sleeps, his neck goes sideways. It's kind of weird, but
That would scare the shit out of me.
oh, it scares me all the time. Trust me, I think he's dead half the time.
I wanted to ask some medical questions. Would you know any medical questions? That's the thing I was about to.
It depends on what it is. Maybe.
Okay, so pregnancy and miscarriage, blood levels, urine test, stuff like that.
Kinda. I mean, I went through a miscarriage, obviously, but I know, like, things about it, you know? I mean, let's be honest here. I'm not, like, 100% a doctor, but my mom's been in the medical field before, so she pretty much knows everything.
Geez, where's your mom at when I need her?
Right. Like, when I'm sick, I'd be like, Mom, like, what's wrong with me?
Yeah, your mom sounds like the person I need to talk to right now.
She's asleep. She's been asleep since, like, 10 o'clock.
Mom would kill you if you woke her up, wouldn't she?
Trying to wake her up is like trying to wake up a lion. It's not easy.
Probably not a good idea then.
Nope. I mean, you can always message me the questions and then I'll ask her and let you know what she says.
Is anybody in here a doctor, nurse, CNA, something that's medical field? Now everybody wants to start talking. Now, which one of you can join my box? Because if I wanted to do that, I would have just done that. I have an appointment coming up. I just have a question. Why is my neck? My neck red or something? That's not my question, though. Thank you. I'm trying to get someone to join my box. It doesn't have to be long, just long enough for me to ask a question. And it's really not that long. My mind has been spiraling. It's a lot easier to ask a question when I have that person talking right back at me. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so there's this one girl that goes live. I don't remember her name, but like I was watching her live because I was bored, and she's like, "Yeah, I need you guys to help me reach my goal of $450." I'm like, "For what?"
There's a lot of those going on now where people are going around saying they need help for these types of funds and this type of fund and
Like, I don't mind helping people, but like, if you're gonna lie about it, like, I'm not gonna help you.
I get it. And she is talking.
I'm so confused. I've been talking the whole time.
Just because we don't talk every second of the live doesn't mean she's not talking. I really need to go to bed. My brain won't shut up. I hate when I lay here and I just have trouble breathing. It's weird.
Yeah, I have to go get a sleep study done. I don't want to, but
I've had one of those done. They're not too bad. Just be careful.
were you wearing like a necklace or anything?
Mm-mm.
Mm.
My dog scratched me. It's been bothering me. It's like itchy.
Yeah, I'm allergic to like nickel, so I can't wear anything silver or I will break out like really bad.
Mm-hmm. That's definitely.
I'm literally about to fucking unplug this turtle's tank. I wake up and I hear it. I go to sleep and I hear it. I come in my room and I hear it. I'm like,
Yeah, what's the part of having a turtle though?
it is, but it's annoying. I my mom put 7 goldfish in there and I was like, okay, but if there's a female in there and it gets pregnant and has babies, that's on you. I'm not taking care of them.
Why? What did I do? I feel like I'm in trouble. My best friend's boyfriend hates when I do this. He says it's creepy.
crazy when you think about it. Absolutely. It's like you've heard of gold before. Then that is just black and safe at this point. Yes. So we have to think about what the great group of body has grown to because this is
This is the only one I've ever had. I tried putting a hoop in and I just couldn't do it. The ball always ended up on the outside of my nose instead of the inside.
Yeah, I can't have any piercings, unfortunately.
Why is that?
So I have this thing called, I don't know if you know what it is, but it's called psoriasis, and it's like like it's not contagious, but I've had it since I was little, and like anytime I get piercings, like it attacks it, and then I have to go like get my ear cut open or like it get removed by the hospital. So like I just quit getting piercings.
Yeah, I know what psoriasis is.
I think I've had it since I was like 15. Yeah. So I mean, I've been to like doctors about it, but they've literally just given me medicine that has like pure alcohol in it and it does nothing. And I'm like,
Have you tried an oatmeal bath?
uh, I've tried that. I mean, it's not really on my body like it used to be anymore. It's more in my head, but like anytime, like it can just randomly attack, like out of nowhere.
Yeah, my brother used to have not the same issue, but some of the same issue, and my dad used to have him get uh, oh, I was thinking of the wrong thing.
Yeah, it's not eczema. It's way different. So like I how do I explain this? Like, I don't know, like people ask me all the time what it is and I like stand there for 5 minutes clueless because I have to think of a way to like describe this.
Summer. I'm an RN. So basically, what psoriasis is, it's like a buildup of all your white blood cells. So your body has a whole bunch of blood cells, which are your leukemic blood cells, and then you have your red blood cells. So the white blood cells are our defense. The white blood cells are like the soldiers. The red blood cells are like FU. Those are like the invaders of our body. So it's basically when your white blood cells see like a little group of red blood cells and all the white blood cells go to that direct spot, and then they're like, oops, well, we're all stuck here, we have no bus ticket back, so they stay in that spot. And that's what psoriasis is. It's a buildup of cells that basically have nowhere to go. And then what happens is your lymphatic, which we have a whole bunch of lymphatic pores, so that's what like drains fluid in our body, not out of our body, in our body. So your lymphatic pores get clogged and your vessels get clogged. So that ends up being plaque psoriasis. There's many, many different types of plaque psoriasis. But the type on your skin is terrible. It's very itchy. Like, it's terrible. Oatmeal doesn't help, but it helps soothe it, like when it's itching, like in the moment. So like it wouldn't help her like long term to take an oatmeal bath or like to do that's for eczema, because eczema is a very, very different skin condition. But basically what psoriasis is like a whole buildup of white blood cells, basically.
How long have you been on my live? I just question.
Probably like 10 minutes. I fell asleep too early, so when I woke up, every time I see you live, I just love your little face. So I always come on here.
Okay. Since you're RN, I've been waiting for someone to actually come in here so I can ask this question.
What happened?
I mean, I can't say nothing happened, but all right. So, have you been following my page for a while?
Yeah.
You
Yep.
know I had a miscarriage, right?
Yeah.
Okay. My question, because it's confusing the fuck out of me, and I have an OB appointment coming up on the 24th. I know people on TikTok are just gonna take this and fucking run with it, but I don't care. Okay, so both of my blood tests were positive. My home pregnancy test was positive, but both of my hospital urine tests were negative.
So sometimes too, like our body has a hormone called an HCG hormone, and our body naturally produces that hormone because we're females, right? So when we're ovulating, that's when the HCG hormone is being like released super, super bad. And sometimes like our bodies can have false positives, but also too, like it's very rare, but in some cases, like the urine tests at the hospital can be tampered with. Like even if you touch the top of the cup, which is why when you do like a simple urinalysis, 99.9% of those urinalysis are going to come back abnormal because if you even if you touch the top of the cup when the lab tech touches the top of the cup even with their gloves because from putting their gloves on to touching that top of the cup, it's going to be an abnormal result. So a lot of times, I don't know why they didn't give you a blood test
They
in the
did.
hospital.
My levels. Okay, so December 5th. No, lied. March. March 5th, it was at, okay, so it went from 0.1, and then March 31st, it was at 27.7. I think it was March, and then April 2nd, it was at 37.6 or
Yeah, that's your
37.7.
HCG qualitative. So that just means like because you were pregnant, your hormones were growing for the baby.
Yeah, hold on.
And did they give you a like urine test as you were miscarrying?
Yeah.
So that's probably why. So like a lot of times too, so like when I had my miscarriage in 2016, my body never even released the baby. So like my body held the baby in. And so what happened with that was I thought that I was still pregnant because when you're in the beginning of your pregnancy, you don't have 4 week like appointments. Like your appointments are every 6 weeks, 7 weeks because they can't give you an ultrasound like every time you go to your
See,
appointment
I'm
because
trying to find the paper because they gave me an ultrasound and I want to read it to you. See if you can understand it better than I can.
a lot of times you get a false positive, and if you were already miscarrying, you lost a lot of those hormones, so that urine is not going to really pick up a lot of those HCG hormones. You would have definitely needed blood. Like I've never seen a hospital give a urine test when you were in the middle they always give
Yeah,
blood. They
because
draw blood.
my urine was very very clear, and they said I was like overhydrated or something. I didn't know that was even a thing, but
Yeah, but so like urine being clear has nothing to do with like your hormones that are coming out of your body because of a baby. You know what I mean?
actually I really don't. That's why I'm talking to you.
So like when like you have those hormones in your body and like you're now sharing hormones with like a baby, it doesn't matter how clear or how dark your pee is, those hormones are going to be in your pee, but they if you're having an active miscarriage, they're going to be significantly less by thousands because that 37 point something, that's just a percentage that you're getting. That is equivalent to thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of hormones that were shooting through your body. So that zero point 0.1 that you first saw was thousands and thousands. And then when it jumped up, that was thousands and thousands more. Like it elevates and elevates and elevates. And why they check that is to just make sure that the baby's growing. So, like what I told you in my case, when I was pregnant in 2016, my cervix never released the baby, so I felt like an anxiety in my chest, like I felt like I couldn't breathe, but like my body never released it. So my blood test was still coming back that everything was good because I went to the hospital and they were like, and they were picking up my heartbeat. They thought that it was my heartbeat that they were listening to, so they were like, no, that's the heartbeat, you're okay, the baby's okay, blah 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 blah. So I was like, okay. And then I ended up going for my OB, and then the lady gave me that face and she's like, I'll be right back. And as soon as she said that, she came back in with another doctor and I already knew what was up. But in any hospital, they should be doing a blood test when you're actively having, so they might have misdiagnosed you or they might have like effed up, to be honest with you.
Okay, because I'm not gonna sit there and say I didn't bleed because I did bleed, and it was for like 5 days. It started off like really light pink,
Yep.
and then it picked up, and then the third day it slowed back down, and then it was like like a pinkish light brown color, and then it just stopped.
So like me and every female's different, you know what I mean? Like, but in my case, when I had my miscarriage, you know, I had to medically do it because I was 7 weeks. And so like the baby, you know, was still, the fluid was building up from my body, going into the placenta and all that stuff. And when they ended up doing, you know, they gave me the pills, they put the pills in my cervix to soften up my cervix. I was standing outside and I was talking to my sister and I felt a huge gush. Like I felt like I peed myself. And that was my experience. Like everybody's different, but like in my experience, when I had my miscarriage, it was literally like I saw the fetus. Like I was wearing a pad, obviously, and when I ran to the bathroom and I like took, you know, everything off, I literally saw like 7 weeks of a fetus. Like it was crazy. I saw the umbilical cord. I saw everything, girl. So everybody's different, but I feel like you should find out like if there's like if your cervix is slanted, if you had placenta previa. So what placenta previa is when you become pregnant but the placenta is flipped over. So basically the top of your placenta is at the bottom of your cervix, which stays open, which you are prone for miscarriage. And where your placenta is supposed to be at the top, it doesn't. Majority of the time it fixes itself, but in some women's cases it doesn't, so they have to sew your cervix or you have to be on bed rest or there's just certain things that you can't do. So you have to make sure too, Kiki, that you know when you're pregnant, like right off the bat. Like you can't, if you're like a high risk pregnancy because of like other underlying causes or because of like, and I'm not sure, like a lot of people don't know, like people sit here and laugh, but like I'm a nurse in today's generation. I'm not a nurse from the baby boomers, from Gen X, from Gen Y. I'm a nurse from today's generation. There are so many different, you know what I mean? Like we are genotypically so different from our parents, from like children that are born to addiction, children that are environmentally around addiction, neglect. Your body literally chemically grows differently. Your brain chemically grows differently. Your organs are chemically different. So you have to find out too. I meant biologically. Sorry, your organs are biologically different because of environmental factors, and that's a fact. I have several books on my. I barely go live on TikTok. I'm not one of those in the mix. I know what I'm talking about. So you have to also find out about your body, my love. Like you need to know. You know what I mean? Like how your pregnancies go. Like what like the thing about it also too is there's no rhyme or reason to miscarriage. Like your body just can either hold the baby or it can't hold the baby. You also have to, you know, take into consideration the father and their medical conditions and what they got going on in their family and things like that. You know, you can't keep doing this to your body because every time that happens to your body, that is literally being ripped off of the organs. Your fallopian tubes are being ripped apart, girl.
Can I read you my ultrasound? See what you
Yeah.
think? Okay. All right. Trying to find where it says findings. There we go. It says uterus and cervix is normal in size and inverted in the position, measuring 7.9, 3.5 times 4.6 centimeters. I don't know what inverted means.
Inverted.
Mm-hmm.
So that just means what exactly what you just read on the first. So remember how I was talking about placenta previa and inversion. So that just basically means when they did your ultrasound, they saw that like your placenta and your uterus and everything was like properly aligned. So that wasn't the reason why. Like some women have miscarriages because their placenta is open on the bottom in the cervix where it's not supposed to be.
Okay, so I've seen this on my ultrasound before. Free fluid within the cul-de-sac. What's that like?
Oh, so that means that there was other fluid besides your amniotic fluid. So that means that like they saw fluid in your baby's like either like his body, his or her body or the brain. So that means that there was fluid where it shouldn't have been.
Well, that makes sense. And then it says thickened. I don't know how to say that. Esophogenic and endometrium.
So endo, so if you think about endo, everything outside is exo or superior. Anterior is in, so anterior is closer, superior is further.
So why would it be thick? And it says thicken measuring 14 mm.
So that's like the thickness of, that's normal. So that's just the thickness of your placenta.
Oh, that makes sense.
Or that could have been the thickness of the fluid. I'm not sure. Like I'm not reading the paper, so I don't know. No, girl, don't show your stuff. No, absolutely not. Not
Yeah, that's not a good idea.
We're not doing that.
People are gonna screenshot that and then they're gonna take it a different way. You know how
We're
people are
absolutely
on
not
this
doing
app.
that. And everything that you're saying is definitely a pregnancy ultrasound. Like they don't, that's not. I just feel bad because like I know how bad you want that. Like, and I know how bad you want to be a mom and stuff like that. But I'm not a very religious person, but I actually had, an infant. He passed away from sudden infant death syndrome. He passed away from crib death when he was 9 days. And girl, God gave me that tenfold. I have a beautiful 8-year-old daughter now, and I have a beautiful 7-year-old daughter. But I definitely think that you need to see a primary care like regularly. Like, there's tests that you could get. There's a lot of screening. It's 2024, Kiki. There are so many things that you can actually make sure, is going right. You know what I mean? So you know what's wrong with your body. So like, hey, what if I have a cyst on my ovary that I didn't know that, you know what I mean? What if like just something that you're missing? Because
See,
if you're having this many miscarriages too, like there's other ways that they can help you, keep your baby inside and hold and it's not considered cosmetic. So like IVF, like because me and my wife, like we want to have a kid, but that we would have to pay for that because that's in vitro because it would be considered cosmetic under insurance purposes because we're two women and clearly we can't, so, but in your case, you medically are having like an issue holding the baby. So there's a lot of insurances that can help you. There's a lot of, great doctors that can do testing for you, but you have to make sure that you find the right doctor too that's going to listen to you. Like Nancy said, like some of the GYNs don't listen. So make sure you find one who actually listens to you because I feel like my baby, when he was born, there was just like a lot of shit that wasn't right. And I was telling, but because I was a teen mom, I was 16, everybody was like, no, he's fine. He's fine. He's okay. Boom, they sent him home. He passed away. And then I was stuck dealing with the sadness because I bet you today they don't even remember who my son is.
yeah. But I was really confused because like all my home tests were positive, my blood test was positive, but both of my urine tests at the hospital were negative.
Because by the time you got to the hospital, the baby was already completely out of you. Like you had
No,
already.
I'm talking about the first time I even had one done. My hospital urine was negative, but my blood test was positive.
Girl, let me tell you about the time when I went into labor and they tried to tell me I wasn't in labor. Like water was completely broken out of my body. And they were like, nope, we did the strip test and it came back negative. I was in active labor. So like it happens in hospitals, you know what I mean? And you'd be the one. You'd be the one. But if your blood don't lie, girl. If your blood tests are saying that you had a high HCG qualitative, that hormone cannot be mistaken for another hormone. That is the pregnancy hormone. HCG is the pregnancy hormone. That is not confused. That is not elevated for any other reason. That is pregnancy hormone.
So I know this is off topic, but I have like a question.
What's up, honey?
So I don't know. I think it was sometime last week, but I went to Applebee's for dinner. Well, I had chicken and shrimp. Well, I came home and I started to not feel good. Well, I thought maybe it's just because like it was late and I didn't feel good. Well, I ended up throwing up the whole entire night. Couldn't even keep water down. Not even the next day, couldn't even keep water down. So the girl that I was with, I told her, and she's like, oh, it's fine, like, you're fine, it's probably nothing. Mind you, I was also throwing up blood at the same time.
Girl, that's food poisoning.
Yeah, I was like, dude, like,
Especially with seafood. That's why when I go, respectfully, when I go to like Applebee's and those type of places, because I work in food service now too. I work part-time at Pilot Travel Center and I work for the Subway and I work part-time there. Girl, the shit that I be seeing, like the shit that I be having to correct because I'm a food safety manager, the things that I be having to correct, the expirations that I be like, it be wild. And like I work firsthand in food services. So I know they be on the bullshit. Like they don't rotate their food out. Like in food service, it's supposed to be first in, first out, FIFO. They don't be doing that. They don't wash their dishes properly. They leave the food out before they prep it, so it'd be warm as hell in the temperature danger zone. It'd be crazy. And
yeah,
seafood,
but, like, she just kept pushing it off, and she's like, I'm sure you're fine, like, it's probably nothing serious. And I was like, dude, like, you also don't understand, like, my mom has problems with her gallbladder, and then my dad, he had to have emergency surgery because he had a bleeding ulcer that was bleeding out.
ouch.
And I was the one that had to sign for his surgery because instead of the doctor listening to me, he thought that I was his wife. And I was like, no.
Right. And thankfully, we don't need our gallbladder or our appendix. The body was literally just like, hey, that spot is empty and we need a place for it. So let's put an organ that's not going to disrupt this organ and that's not going to obstruct that organ, but we got to put something there. So that's why when people get their appendix removed or their gallbladder removed, those organs don't produce any hormones for the body. Those organs don't secrete any hormones. Those organs don't like get rid of any waste for the body. If anything, those organs produce like issues for the body because the gallbladder and like the fucking yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, but my dad, I don't know, I kind of been worried about him.
Also the spleen, you're right. All is on. Good job, smarty pants.
But like, so I think it was like a couple months ago, but he was working. My dad's a mechanic. He's been a mechanic for years. But he was working on a car to make extra money. Like, he helps people out working on their cars. Like, he doesn't charge them like insanely priced to do their
Right.
cars. Like, he's nice about it. But he like ended up having a heat stroke that day. And like, I don't know why, but like, he was sitting on the porch because my mom went to go get him water, and like, we came back out and he's literally digging in salt for like snow. And like, we're like, what are you doing? And he's like, well, this lady called and she wants it. And I was like, nobody called, like.
Oh. So when just think about it this way too, like when you're dehydrated, your brain is dehydrated. Like when
Like,
your body is dehydrated, your brain is dehydrated. So you remember that episode in SpongeBob when like all the SpongeBobs are running frantically around his brain and like
yeah.
half of the brain's on fire, the filing cabinets are going nuts, SpongeBob's freaking out. That's literally how the brain be going on sometimes.
But like, he was not himself, and I was like, dude, what is happening? And like, we had a cooler on the porch, and this man doesn't even drink beer, and he's like digging through this empty cooler, and I'm like, what are you doing? And he's like, well, I'm trying to find a beer. I'm like, dude, you don't even drink beer, like, what are you doing? And like, ever since this has happened, like, his memory's been off, he just forgets things, like,
How old is he?
he's 53.
Well, do you guys have like dementia in your family? Like, do you guys have a history of dementia in your family or Parkinson's or anything?
No, not that I can think of. Um, but like, sometimes, like, I know one morning he woke up like out of nowhere, and like he apparently thought he had to go do something, so he drove all the way to my sister's house, and my sister was like, "What are you talking about? Like, we don't have to do anything."
That sounds like the beginning stages of like confusion though. That doesn't really sound like because I'm obviously I work with individuals with dementia, and that just sounds like he's kind of confused about like you know what I mean.
He does not have diabetes. Well, they say that he has hypoglycemia. I don't know if it's the same thing,
That's
but
diabetes, honey. Yep.
yeah.
So hypoglycemia is when there's too much sugar in the body. No, not enough sugar in the body. And then hyperglycemia is too much sugar in the body. So that's type 1 and type 2 diabetes. And now they're saying that there's a third type of diabetes, which is Alzheimer's. Isn't that crazy?
I did not know that.
That's crazy. And before diabetes was diabetes, they used to just call it insulin resistance. And then type 1 diabetes, they used to call juvenile diabetes.
Amber has a question. She put it in the
Amber
comments.
has a question. Oh, why would I randomly have feet swelling? I have health problems, but never had. I feet swelling is fluid retention. So that means that your body, like I was talking about the lymphatic system. So that's what our lymphatic system does. So it empties out any excess fluid that our body might be retaining. And so if you're retaining fluid, that means that you're either drinking too much fluid that your body can't release, or if I don't know if your issues are kidney issues or like liver issues, but that would be like a major issue. The third type isn't real. Oh, I saw it on John Hopkins, and I have a book about John Hopkins. So all the research that I've ever read from John Hopkins is real, but I mean, to each his own. Um, Back to Amber. That there's a very simple answer for that, and it's called fluid retention. I don't know. Everybody's different. For like the creams for psoriasis, some people can't even use creams. Like some creams don't work. Like some people have to get a shot. Some people have to get like actual treatment. Some people have to get like skin removal where they make the skin soft. They put like these scales on your skin, and it's kind of like a burn victim because the skin builds up so much, so much, so much, so much that they literally have to like peel it back and like make room for mature growth. There's really no but maybe liver. I do take an infusion and it can mess up liver. Yeah, so really the only thing that would retain like fluids in your body is if you're having problems with your liver. And um the shot that you would have to get, it starts with an R. I forgot the name of it. Yeah, and if you're O negative, yeah, you have to get a shot because you can't mix your blood with your baby. It's toxic to your baby.
Well, that would make sense.
It's toxic to your baby. I don't know why. I honestly don't remember the reason for that. But I know that O blood it can't be mixed with your baby's blood. Like it's
Because I'm
bizarre.
O negative.
Yeah, it's bizarre. A Rogaine shot. There it goes. Ooh, you're RH negative? That's pretty cool. That's why I went into nursing because I honestly, as soon as I looked at my first intro to medical terminology book, I understood it so quickly. And my dad's been dealing with CKD for many, many, many years, and he's about to get his transplant. And did you hear about the first pig to human transplant? They transplanted a pig's kidney into a human, and it was successful. Oh, like American Diabetes Association does not consider type 3 a thing. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, so they're saying that Alzheimer's now, they're trying to link it to like diabetes. It's crazy.
I am gonna hop off here. I may or may not be back on.
Same. I was just about to say that. You look tired, girl. Get some rest. But honestly, we follow each other on here, so inbox me if you ever have any questions. Anybody else either. You guys are awesome. You guys are so sweet too.
Thank you.
But have a good night. And